Many of you have been asking for a Celebrity Cruises Holland America comparison. Well, we just booked a new Holland America cruise, and you know that we're celebrity fans, so I thought this was a perfect time to talk about it today on See More Seas. Celebrity Cruises and Holland America Line are very similar cruise lines. In their similarities, they go after the same demographic and offer a classic traditional cruise experience. However, with their similarities, there are still some striking differences. We're going to talk about that today. Hi, I'm Doug with See More Seas, and if you're new here, this is a cruise tips and planning channel where I hope to help you and your family pick, plan, and enjoy your next cruise vacation. If you do find this video helpful in any way, please do give it that thumbs up and consider subscribing. I am growing my channel, and subscribing is free to you, and it means the world to me. So thank you so much, and let's get started. I think a good way to start today is to make sure that we do a profile of each of the two cruise lines. You guys know I like my graphics, so let's start with Celebrity first. Celebrity was established in 1988 as a Greek passenger line and then sold to Royal Caribbean Group in '97. They've got 15 active ships and they've retired 7. They've got 4 classes of ships, including 1 expedition class, and they are medium to large sized ships with about 2,900 passengers being their largest. They are in the premium category and normally do 7 to 14 day cruises. Now, Holland America, on the other hand, have been in business for 149 years. Their first ship was the Rotterdam, and in 1989, they were sold to Carnival Corporation. They've got 11 active ships and a whopping 25 retired. They've got 4 classes of ship as well. Most of them are medium-sized ships, but some of their newer ships, the Pinnacle class, are larger with 2,600 passengers. They also are in the premium category and do the standard 7 to 14 day cruises. However, they also have grand cruises that go much longer and even world cruises that go up to 128 days. Now let's talk passenger demographics. So on Celebrity, I'm going to say, from my opinion, that the average age of the passenger is probably mid to late 40s on up. They're a more sophisticated cruiser. They're mostly couples, but there are some families. The Celebrity passenger is really looking for high-level service and that excellent food and cuisine that you find on Celebrity. They also enjoy the modern touches, so the decor on a Celebrity ship is very subdued earth tones and very luxurious and calming. Now the Edge class has taken that even a step further. Some people really absolutely love the Edge decor, and some find it a little bit too IKEA-like. The Solstice class is much closer to that of Holland America, so that's what we'll talk about mostly in this discussion. One other thing that the Celebrity customer is looking for are all the amenities that come with Suites class. So there are many different types of suites that we will discuss, but they really love all the added amenities that Celebrity is now throwing in as standard offering for a suite. I would say the Holland America passenger demographic is more like 55 to 60 on up, mostly couples with a few families and a few kids. They do offer a kids club, but it's not as robust as other lines. Their customers are wanting the more traditional cruise with all of the standard offering, formal night, and the fine dining. Instead of offering a lot of perks in various suites, Holland America focuses in on the destination. They are very destination focused. They've actually created at the top of the ship in their crow's nest something called Exploration Central. It's a really high-tech, interactive environment where you learn about all of the destinations you're traveling to, and they have people on hand to answer any and all questions that you might have about that destination and all the excursions that are available. They also do a very good job with all of the different cultural enrichment classes and lectures, as well as culinary demonstrations and culinary classes as well. So the Holland America customer is looking for all of those types of services and amenities rather than all the things that come with a suite. They've also upped their game when it comes to entertainment, as we will discuss, and they are starting to attract a much younger demographic. Let's move into the cabins and stateroom accommodations. So both lines have very well appointed staterooms and cabins. They have inside rooms, ocean view, as well as balcony staterooms, and then there are various suite levels available. One of the things that I will say as it relates to the veranda balcony staterooms is that on Holland America's Signature and Pinnacle class ships, the newer ships, their balcony staterooms mostly come with a tub shower combination, a little bit of a larger bathroom setup, and Celebrity has stuck with more of the rounded hard plastic shower only combinations. The tub shower combination starts in the Sky Suite. So in Celebrity, in their suite class, this is where the differences begin. The Celebrity standard offering for suites is an all-inclusive with premium drinks, the premium Wi-Fi, gratuities, and probably some onboard credit included. It also includes a private dining room in Luminae. Now, there are very many different types of suites. There is the Sky Suite, which is the entry-level suite. It also has Signature Suite, Celebrity Suite, Royal Suite, Penthouse Suite. On the Edge class, it has the Edge Villas, which is like a 2-story townhouse. It also has the Iconic Suite, which are some of the biggest suites at sea. It also includes a retreat host, which is your butler. It includes a retreat sun deck and retreat lounge that are completely reserved for suite class passengers. Holland America's suites are very well appointed and very nice size. It starts out with the Vista Suite, which is normally at the after the ship, and it's kind of like a junior suite on other cruise lines. Then it moves into the Signature Suite, which I would compare to the Sky Suite on Celebrity. We have stayed in a Signature Suite a couple times and found it to be absolutely fantastic. It has a tub shower combination and then a separate glass shower enclosure. So there's actually 2 showers in that bathroom with a very, very large vanity. You then move up to the Neptune Suite, which is a very, very large suite similar to the Royal Suite on Celebrity. And then the very big penthouse style suite is the Neptune Suite. I will say that perks on Holland America are not as extensive as they are on Celebrity, and those perks really don't start kicking in until you are in the Neptune or the Pinnacle Suite level. One of the other things that I wanted to add about Holland America suites is that there is no dedicated private dining room for suite guests. Now, on a couple of the brand new Pinnacle class ships, and if you are in a Pinnacle suite, there is a small private dining room available, but they do not give private dining or butler service to any of the suite offerings except for that small amount of Pinnacle suites on the Pinnacle class ships. One of the things that I will say about the veranda staterooms on both lines is that Celebrity with the Edge class ships has moved to a new veranda concept with the Infinite Veranda, which extends your room and there is a glass window that the top of the window will slide down and kind of make that part of your cabin your balcony. This is very controversial and some people like it, but a lot of people don't. With Holland America, you're going to have a more traditional balcony, and they're mostly teak lined, which makes it feel like the old world type cruise ship, and they're very nice. So that's comparing the stateroom accommodations. Now let's talk dining. This is where both lines absolutely shine. In their main dining room, for the standard included meals, I would absolutely classify this as fine dining. They do an exceptional job on both lines, in the main dining room, also in the buffet, and Celebrity has an additional spa area that has some additional food, where Holland America has an afternoon tea, normally held either in the main dining room or in the Pinnacle Grill specialty restaurant. Both absolutely fantastic, and both fit the demographic for that particular cruise line. In the main dining room, both have standard traditional set dining times of early seating and late seating, as well as flexible dining where you can make a reservation for any time, say between 5:30 and 8:30, which is typical for that flexible dining model. Specialty dining, there are a lot of similarities, but there are a few tiny differences. I said that I was going to compare Holland America to the Solstice class on Celebrity, so we'll talk about that. On the Solstice class, there is Murano, which is the top level French restaurant on board. You also have Tuscan Grill, which is an Italian steakhouse, one of our favorites. And then you also have La Petite Chef, which is the animated cartoon characters that are presented and projected onto your plate, and it creates the meal or that particular course for you. And then when that segment is over, that particular component that has just been created for you in animation is presented to you by the servers. It's a really cool, very unique, specific to Celebrity, and I think it's something that will stick around for some time. They also have sushi and seafood on board. Depending on which ship, it's either going to be sushi on 5 or raw on 5. Celebrity has casual cuisine as well, burgers around the pool at the Mass Grill, and there's also Cafe El Baccio, where you can get coffees and free desserts and cookies, and they also have, for a fee, gelato as well in the same area. Holland America, on their specialty dining, they start with their top level steakhouse, which is Pinnacle Grill. I think it's probably one of the best specialty restaurants at sea. We have been there several times and have enjoyed it immensely, both lunch and dinner. On the signature class ships, that particular Pinnacle Grill will turn into Rudy's Sol de Mer, which is a seafood extravaganza. It's high level seafood and it's fantastic. On the Pinnacle class ships, it has its own standalone restaurant. Canaletto is part of the buffet area on Holland America, where in the evenings they section that area off and put the red and white checked tablecloth for the Italian cuisine in that area, and for a small upcharge, you have an Italian meal served there. Holland America also has casual cuisine with a dive-in restaurant, which is a burger restaurant, which is very, very good. And they also have on the other side of that deck, New York style pizza. You also have a coffee shop and a snack area in a Dutch themed restaurant, similar to what you would find as Cafe El Baccio on Celebrity. So, you think you're still on the same cruise line? Well, things are about to change. This is where the two lines start to separate. Entertainment. Entertainment is very different on each of these lines. So Celebrity does a very traditional entertainment package with the main theater, lots of technology, lots of wonderful song and dance numbers, lots of great reviews. They have wonderful technology with lots of acrobatics and lots of aerial type aspects of the shows, which are absolutely amazing. We really enjoyed them. Celebrity will bring in guest vocalists and comedians. We've really enjoyed all of those performances. They will even have in their venue next to the theater in Celebrity Central, they will have game shows. They will have adult comedians performing there in the later evenings. You will also have karaoke there. There is a dance club where they will have a silent disco, which is a lot of fun. There is also a lot of live music around the ship. You will have small ensembles either playing in the atrium. Sometimes that silent disco is there as well. If you go up to the Sunset Bar, you will also see a small group duo performer, and then there's normally like a violinist and a pianist or a duo in the ensemble lounge, which is by Murano, and that is near most of the specialty restaurants, which is really subdued, very relaxing, very wonderful, and top-notch entertainment. What's also fun about Celebrity is that there are going to be pop-up events throughout the ship. You're going to have your main theater production team put on a atrium show in the evenings, and you're also going to have some bands and vocalists in that area. So as you sit around the 3 to 4 deck atrium level, you're going to be able to enjoy all of that as well. Now for Holland America, they have gone in a little bit of a different direction. Now, don't get me wrong, they still have their main big music reviews in the main theater with lots of technology, lots of lighting, and they do an absolutely superb job at that. They will also have some guest vocalists and sometimes comedians. They also, when we were on board, had a partnership with BBC Earth and had one of their documentaries being played on the screen and a live orchestra accompanying the documentary. Sounds boring, but it was absolutely breathtaking and amazing. Absolutely one of a kind of an experience that we hope we see again. They also have a new partnership with Step One Dance Company, where they're going to do something very similar, but with ballet and modern dance. So I can't wait to experience that. It sounds absolutely fantastic. Here's where it really gets different. Holland America, on their signature class ships and their pinnacle class ships, have presented us with Music Walk. Music Walk is all on one deck. It traverses almost the entire deck, and it has lots of different music venues. You have B.B. King's Blues Bar. This is an outstanding venue that is very popular almost every night of the cruise. It's fantastic blues from Memphis, and you just can't beat it. Down the hall is Billboard on Board, which is a dueling piano setup, which is kind of like a piano bar sing-along. It's a lot of fun and extremely popular, and seating is tough to come by, so get there a little early. You also have on that same deck Lincoln Center Stage. Lincoln Center Stage are performers from New York's Lincoln Center that are normally a string quartet accompanied by a pianist that takes classical music, presents it to you, but also reinvents it with modern music, and they put a little bit of a classical twist on it. It was absolutely fantastic when we were on board, And I have to tell you that we went to every single seating of their performances so that we did not miss a thing, and we sat in the front row. This is the same orchestra, actually, that accompanies the BBC Earth presentation in the theater. Beyond that, you will find, in conjunction, in partnership with Rolling Stone magazine, the Rolling Stone Rock Room. This is an enclosed area because it's kind of loud, but they do a great job at sound absorption. And when you walk into this room, it is very, very high energy. And I mentioned before, the demographic of this particular cruise line is a little higher than others, but don't count them out. These people can party, and it also has lowered that age demographic quite a bit because a lot of people go on these ships specifically for Music Walk, and they have done an exceptional job at putting out an amazing product that we absolutely loved and are looking forward to experiencing again. Now let's talk about some of the onboard activities for both lines. Now, both of the different cruise lines are going to have fitness areas. They're going to have spas with massages and different types of services. Celebrity has a Persian garden thermal suite, and Holland America has something similar, but theirs is more of a thermal pool area, both at an added fee. You will have many enrichment classes on both lines. Holland America does a little bit better with enrichment courses and classes. Celebrity, I believe, does probably a better job with wine classes and wine tastings and pairings. And Holland America does a very good job with culinary classes, demonstrations, and seminars. There are lots of bars and lounges to choose from on both lines. Celebrity probably has a slightly larger selection due to the fact that their ships are just slightly larger than the Holland America ships. The most popular bar on Celebrity is going to be the Martini Bar, and then obviously those on Holland America are the ones associated with the Music Walk. So let's finish up with just going over some of the unique characteristics of each of the lines. For Celebrity, I think the standout is the suites program with the retreat sun deck, the retreat lounge, the host, and the private dining in Lumine. It also has Le Petit Chef, which is a very unique dining venue. And one of the things on the Solstice class is that they do have a real lawn club at the very top of the ship, which is very unique, and it is real grass. And now for Holland America, I think the standout is big time the Music Walk. It is quite innovative, and the music in each of the venues is absolutely fantastic. Also, the Exploration Central, which is in the crow's nest of the Holland America ships, is very destination focused. They have put a lot of time and energy into this, and that's where all of your excursions will be explained and booked. The afternoon tea on Holland America is something that's quite unique. It's quite old school, but it is really an enjoyable experience. There are various partnerships with, say, BBC Earth or the Dance Company, as well as Rolling Stone magazine. Lincoln Center really sets them apart with various entertainment options, and I think that was a very good move on Holland America's part. Also, Holland America has some unique destinations and itineraries that Celebrity does not offer. One of which is the one we booked, which is going halfway through the Panama Canal on a closed loop 10-day itinerary in and out of Fort Lauderdale. Holland also has a traditional promenade, which is the teak deck that goes around the entire ship, normally on decks 4 or 5, but Celebrity has broken away from this in some of their newer ship designs. So what cruise line is best for you? Well, that all depends on what you're looking for. Celebrity is going to be a more modern vibe. It's going to have very beautiful modern decor. The age demographic is going to be slightly younger, and you are going to actually pay more on a celebrity cruise. Their price keeps inching up based on the fact that they are moving towards an all-inclusive pricing strategy. Holland America is going to be a more traditional cruise. It's going to be more formal, but not overly formal at all. It's going to have an older demographic. It's going to be, I think, price-wise, a better value for what you're getting. You do have smaller, more intimate ships, and you will have an option at the time of booking where you are able to still get all of those all-inclusive perks added in to your base fare. So depending on what cruise line is right for you and what you're looking to get out of it, and does the itinerary match where you want to go, you can't go wrong on either of these lines, and I hope you choose the one that's right for you and your family. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up, and always consider subscribing. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon.